For joining us on this Thursday. I'm Mackailyn Johnson. Now at noon. Weeks ago, we told you about a rat infestation in West Memphis Dollar General distribution facility. Today, we have new information on the status of the facility in 2 minutes. A national baby formula shortage has parents searching for alternatives to formula. But is cow's milk safe for your child? Our Verify team has the answer. Plus, we need to reintroduce you to Taylor Swift. We'll tell you why just ahead. But first, we're here with meteorologist Nathan Scott. It's Friday Eve. What can we expect for the rest of the day?
Friday Eve, let's see, that brings back memories of Rob Evans. He would always say that all the time when it was Thursday. We had some clouds out there this morning, but the clouds are quickly clearing out, Mackailyn, and things are warming up once again. We're at 83 in Little Rock, it's 82 in Conway, 79 in Mena, and already 88 possibly in Camden. But here's the radar loop. Those clouds are producing a few showers, even a few rumbles of thunder mixed in. If you're watching us way up north into Izard County, you got a few showers drifting their way through. Also a few showers moving through Newton County into Searcy County. So there's going to be the opportunity of a passing shower if you're watching us well to the north of the metro. Everybody else will see a mixture of sun and clouds, and temperatures will warm up into the low 90s for highs today. A little bit cooler North Arkansas because of the clouds. Here are your rain chances for the next 5 days. Pretty much slim to none through the rest of your Thursday, also Friday. But look at that jump going into the weekend. The chances of showers and storms really starts to ramp up as the cold front begins to approach the region. I'll have more on the timing when we get to see the best potential of those storms in your neighborhood coming up.
Thanks, Nathan. And we're starting with developing news. Family Dollar says the distribution center in West Memphis will permanently close in 60 days. This comes after we first told you about an investigation that turned up a huge rat infestation. But that's not the reason the company is giving for closing the warehouse. The company says the facility that opened in 1994 is just too old and no longer suited their needs. Family Dollar made no mention of the FDA report, which found more than 1,000 rats inside the facility, with complaints dating back an entire year. Hundreds of people are going to feel the impact of this closure. In 60 days, 320 employees will be out of a job. Beyond that, when the investigation closed down the West Memphis facility back in February, it was a ripple effect. Family Dollars in multiple states, including right here in Arkansas, had to shut their doors and throw out potentially contaminated products. Many of the stores located in food deserts where people depend on the stores, making the problem worse. West Memphis Mayor Marco McClendon says he recognizes the economic impact this is going to have across Arkansas, but his focus is on the people.
It's frustrated over a 30-year relationship with them being here in the city of West Memphis and this community being a good partner here in the city of West Memphis, that we'll be losing that industry, but the people is what I'm most concerned about.
As you can imagine, this is a big hit to the Family Dollar stores across Arkansas that relied on that distribution center. The company says those stores will continue to be served by other facilities further away. Also, remember, Arkansas is suing Family Dollar over the rat infestation. Attorney General Leslie Rutledge responded to the closure saying, quote, "Family Dollar is punishing hundreds of hardworking Arkansas families instead of cleaning up the company's own illegal business practices." When Amendment 100 went into effect a couple years ago, it allowed there to be casinos in the natural state. It also was supposed to create resources for gambling addiction. That never happened. A lawsuit was brought up against the Arkansas Racing Commission to get that going. Spokesperson Scott Hardin says they're close and hopefully it's up and running soon. He says he gets it. They didn't want to avoid this. They just had to figure out where the funding was coming from.
And I understand why someone would say, why is this not in place? But our position is we're almost there.
Hardin says they should be accepting proposals for companies to come in and help with this soon. In a THB 11 update this afternoon, Cleveland County Sheriff's deputies made an arrest in the Kingsland Water Tower shooting. By now, you've probably seen the video of the unfortunate leak. The Cleveland County Sheriff tells us they arrested 38-year-old Timothy Sled for shooting the 50,000-gallon water tank. This morning, he's facing 2 felony charges. We're told the investigation is not over and more arrests are possible. Repairs to the newly renovated water tower got underway yesterday and will cost the small town as much as $5,000. And today we'll be working to learn more about a deadly boat incident on Lake Hamilton. A spokesperson from Arkansas Game and Fish says a 52-year-old man was thrown from his boat yesterday afternoon. It happened at Bayou Point in the northern section of the lake off Highway 270. We're told the man was not wearing a life jacket and there was no kill switch on board. He was the only person in the boat. The suspect, accused of killing 10 people and wounding 3 others at a Buffalo supermarket, appeared in court this morning for a felony hearing as authorities, including the FBI, continue to investigate the possibility of hate crime and terrorism charges. He has already pleaded not guilty to a murder charge for Saturday's attack. Michael George reports from New York.
The suspect in Saturday's mass shooting in Buffalo appeared before a judge in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs as emotions in the community run high.
You're a coward.
Authorities believe the 18-year-old kept a personal diary of his planning on the social media platform Discord and kept those posts private until 30 minutes before killing 10 people.
It really hit home and hurt.
Buffalo resident Sharon Doyle staged a silent protest outside the courthouse Thursday, still affected by the events.
I've been going to counseling every day just to get it off my chest.
This is joy, this is love, and this is unity.
Members of the NFL's Buffalo Bills visited the scene of the shooting Wednesday, handing out groceries and serving meals to residents now left without a grocery store.
To be out here and to see people smiling and laughing again, and that warms my heart.
The majority of people who live here are black, and officials believe it's why the alleged gunman targeted this community.
The most serious threat we face as a nation is from within. It's white supremacism, it's white nationalism.
Officials in New York have announced an investigation into social media companies the suspect allegedly used to discuss hateful ideologies, including Discord and Twitch. Both sites have promised to cooperate with law enforcement. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
On Friday, a funeral will be held for 67-year-old Hayward Patterson, one of the 10 people killed in the attack. The U.S. men's and women's soccer teams will be paid equally under a new bargaining agreement. The U.S. Soccer Federation will pool World Cup prize money and split it equally between the two teams. The deal means more money for the women, who have won 4 World Cups, and possibly less money for the men, who have yet to win soccer's biggest tournaments. And the U.S. Embassy reopened in Kyiv on Wednesday, 1 month after Russian forces abandoned their bid to seize the capital and 3 months after the outpost was closed. They had previously been temporarily relocated to the western Ukrainian city of Lviv and neighboring Poland. The head of the Food and Drug Administration is facing questions from lawmakers today about the nation's shortage of baby formula. The testimony comes a day after President Biden took the rare step of invoking the Defense Production Act to boost domestic supplies. Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
With many store shelves empty or near empty, the head of the FDA is addressing the nationwide baby formula shortage.
I recognize that many parents and caregivers have been unable to access the infant formula and critical medical foods that they need, and they are understandably frustrated and anxious.
Dr. Robert Califf is asking a House subcommittee for more money to address the growing problem. But lawmakers want to know the FDA's role in getting to this point. In February, leading manufacturer Abbott Nutrition shut down its Michigan plant over safety concerns contributing to the shortage.
We need to make sure this plant is safe to open. But it's hard to see any evidence that FDA has made it a priority to get this plant cleaned and cleared and back online.
It makes me question which side the FDA is on. Are they on the side of Abbott and industry, or on the side of the American consumer?
The hearing comes as the White House is trying to formulate a solution for parents. President Biden is invoking the Defense Production Act to boost domestic supplies.
I know parents all across the country are worried about finding enough infant formula to feed their babies.
The president is also launching Operation Fly Formula to import more product from overseas to speed up delivery.
She drinks 8 to 9 ounces per bottle.
Heather Dye is searching for more formula for her 9-month-old daughter, Olivia.
I went as far as Grantsboro, North Carolina, and they had 4 bottles on the shelf. But by the time we got there, it was gone.
With supplies running low, she's considering cutting back on formula until she can find some more. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.